Welcome to A Subject and Subject, where we talk about a subject from both elementary and high school. Today's subject will be science, the field where people discover and figure out how the world works. We will first interview Mrs. Schneider, an elementary teacher who teaches science. So, in elementary, what in science do you teach?
I teach 5th and 6th grade life, earth, physical, and STEM, and then I teach 7th grade life science.
Alright, what would you say is the most challenging and least challenging thing in science that you have to teach?
Physical science is definitely the hardest. I think it's really challenging to understand, and earth science is the most fun for me.
Alright, what do your students think of science?
I think it's kind of like everything. Some of them like it, some of them don't, and it kind of depends on the day. If we're doing notes, they don't really like that as much, and then a lot of them like the labs.
Alright, and what are your thoughts on science?
I think it's really important. It's kind of in everything we do, in every job, and in life in general with health and genetics and everything.
Now we will be talking to the high school science teacher, Miss Block. Okay, in high school, what science do you teach?
So this year I'm responsible for teaching 8th through 12th grade science. So I teach 8th grade earth science, physical science, biology, chemistry, and in alternate years I also teach physics. And I have STEM class every year also.
Alright, what would you say is the most challenging and least challenging thing in science that you have to teach?
I think the most challenging part is teaching chemistry because it's very conceptual. It's not something that we can do hands-on. You can't be shown an actual molecule. You can't be shown an atom or what they're made of. We have to base it on concepts and the pictures that we have of artist renderings. That makes it tricky. I think one of the easiest sciences I teach is earth science because I can show you a mountain and we can look at volcanoes, and it's something that we are surrounded by on the earth, so it's much more easy to understand.
Alright, what do your students think of science?
What do you think of science, Joey?
It's good.
It's great. I think that depends on what we're covering at the time because everybody has different interests. So if you don't like minerals, that's fine because pretty soon we're moving on to the ocean and there's always something new coming.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on science?
I think science is a really great subject to teach because there's always new. I can keep learning science, and if we get bored with one thing, one project, it doesn't work one year, we can try a new project. And there's always more. There's always more to learn and to do and to try.
We will now listen to Robert Larson, a freshman taking physical science. What are your thoughts on science?
I really enjoy science. Just kind of figuring out how the world works in a more better sense is just pretty cool. From how atoms and molecules react and the different chemical reactions that can be had, and just the weird stuff you can figure out, especially the weird facts that come from Miss Block.
Alright, and what would you say is the most challenging and least challenging thing about science?
Math. Just general math and science. It hurts my brain. And least challenging, I would just say just generally learning about the stuff.
Thank you for watching our second episode of A Subject and Subject, and a special thank you for those who I interviewed. I hope you now have a larger understanding of how science is taught, and once again, thank you for watching.